Welcome, everyone. We are about to go to space. Hope you're all doing well. I'm very excited. I've been thinking about it all night, and then I've been thinking about it all morning, and then I made food and I was thinking about it, and now I'm here and I'm still thinking about it. So we're just gonna get into it. If you would come this way, I'll direct you to the bridge. It's time for several cutscenes to play in sequence. I get the feeling that it's not voice acted, and that makes me sad. Maybe it is. No, I think it will be. The camera angles are different for voice acted and non-voice acted, and I think this is voice acted now. Napping away.
Welcome to the bridge, everyone! I hope you have everything, because I can't be bothered turning back.
That's so real.
Right then, make yourselves comfortable. We're setting off in just a moment.
It's incredible.
It really is.
This is Fortuno. Can you hear me? The
Hey,
preparations for the
Luke,
summonings
thank you for the
are
sub. I
complete.
appreciate it. Have a good stream. I will.
In accordance with the 14th phase of the plan, we have moved the Ragnarok to the launch site. The gates are open. You may depart when ready.
So, are we ready?
I think we are. I
As
think we're about as
we'll
ready as...
ever be.
Oh,
Let's
yep.
get going.
Ready as we're gonna get.
Oh, come on. The burnt-out star's got more fire in its belly. Try it again, with feeling.
Issue the command to launch. Not gonna have Alphino do the honors. Hit the button, let's fucking go!
Engage!
Engage!
Oh, it's gonna show the actual... Whoa. That ship's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Why are we slowing down? Maybe it was just the camera angle. No, it looks like we're slowing down. Maybe we're just like getting into alignment and then we're gonna like warp. Hello? Oh! That's right! They had to summon all of the primals and stuff to give it a push. It needed a surge of ether. Bismarck! Great King Mogamog, Great King Mog. Hey.
That
Kurita.
I must carry landwalkers into the sky. I cannot imagine a greater indignity.
Do not sulk so,
Susano.
for thy mighty winds exist not only to buffet and batter. Nay, they may serve also to thrust forth with vigor. Such is thy glory, and thus it is an occasion to rejoice. So come, let us revel!
Wild and pure, and forever free. I love Susano. And Bismarck's just here being a chill whale.
Blows freely. I suppose all is as it should be in creation. I will render unto them a storm, that they may pierce the firmament and fly free!
You told me this is what was gonna go on in ARR. I would have thought you were lying to me. But to be fair, going to space to fight a bird is a really weird plotline, but I'm here for it. Out of context, it's weird.
Still in one piece? Good.
I have a little faith
Sleeping
living
well?
way.
Report?
All's well. Fantastic, even. Thanks to the power of those primals, the engines are roaring and we're ripping along.
All values are also within projected ranges. Time to destination is 8 carats. Perhaps 7 at a pinch. All right, let's go over some points of caution. Our destination, as you know, is Ultima Thule. Lest you wonder, the place is not a star so much as a patch of emptiness. That's the extent of what our equipment could determine, anyway. From what we know of Meteon, she's likely used dynamis to obfuscate her location.
So, in conclusion, we'll only know what's there when we get there.
The crew and I will see to it the ship's ready to take off at a moment's notice. We'll support the search as best we can, but it'll be your paws on the ground, assuming there is any. But everything will be fine, I'm sure. Heidelin believes in you, so you ought to believe in yourselves. Just don't do anything I wouldn't, like waiting too long to use those portable teleporters of yours. Personally, at the slightest sign of trouble, I'd mash the button to bits, and you should as well.
Understood. We promise to be careful.
I suggest you brace yourselves. We're about to arrive, and the vessel will shake a good bit.
Even spaceships have turbulence? That's crazy. I don't want to live in this world anymore. I hate turbulence.
What is this? Something is interfering with the equipment. Greetings.
Oh, I recognize your voice. Oh, you're just on the ship.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
Yeah? Medion. The bringer of despair is not
So
fair
this
to
is
her.
Meteon.
Oh. Have you met one of my sisters? I don't remember meeting you myself. But I do know that you're from Atheris. Why have you come? All you had to do was wait. I would have delivered to you your ends.
We didn't ask for that.
I didn't
I
order
don't
it.
understand. All life is destined to end. Why choose to prolong your suffering? Effort, ambition, love, they amount to naught. Happiness, should you find it, is inevitably lost. Stolen away by events beyond your control. There is no logic nor meaning in it. You think there is. Convince yourselves. But it's all a cruel accident.
What are those boxes? Why are they missing textures?
Come now. I speak the truth. A truth you would recognize if you looked up at the night sky. Unbroken emptiness. Cold, dark, and silent. Your world, like every other, is but a blemish upon its perfect fabric. Life is an anomaly. It is unnatural and cannot continue. The sooner you accept this, the easier it will be.
Just to be clear, we're not here to argue with you. We know that life is fleeting, and that in the short time we have it, we're not assured happiness.
Indeed. I've seen far more sorrow in the eyes of many I've met. I myself have plenty of regrets. And one day they'll die with me. Gone to dust with my good deeds and unfulfilled dreams.
But we accept this. That our existence may seem pointless. That sorrow, rage, and despair will always dog our heels. And we press on regardless. That is why Hydaelyn guided us here. In her boundless love for mankind, she has prepared us for this trial, and in her name, we have come for you.
Yes, I sense it. A burning passion like unto fury.
I don't
know
feel
it well.
fury.
For the same passion once burned in many a star before yours.
If anything, I just feel pity.
Suffocated and extinguished.
Please don't look at me like that. You don't need to look at me so dramatically that your neck snaps.
I can't breathe.
You approach the bounds of my ultimatum, where emotions dictate reality, where resignation and acceptance unite to embrace the end.
Gah.
Where those who
Oh,
value
everybody's falling
cling to
down.
life can thrive.
Thancred's tanking it, though. I'm guessing he won by the fact that we're still alive.
By the Fury.
Thancred?
Meteon has gone as well. Mayhap he awakened first and gave chase.
Everyone? It appears we are at our destination. This is Ultima Thule.
Not that we knew what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this. From atmospheric composition to ambient temperatures, all reading to within permissible range. This place is capable of supporting life.
Really?
If that's the case, then
That's
Thancred
kind of
may
weird,
well have gone on
actually.
ahead. Let's go and have a look.
The fact that she made a realm capable of supporting life while trying to extinguish all life is kind of
Meanwhile,
weird.
I want the rest of you to perform a full inspection of the ship, as well as a biological scan.
So it was that the brave wayfarers arrived at last at Dream's End. In following their path walked and history written, I am made keenly aware of one truth. Though the curtains may fall again and again, so long as others take the stage, ever shall there be more tales to tell. So, let them bring it to a close, I say. Let the curtains fall upon this, the final chapter in the tale of the star.
Is this a dead star?
That makes
I live
sense.
and breathe. I live and breathe. Well, the environment itself shouldn't kill us.
Well then, let us search for Thancred while exploring the area. The ship we leave in your care.
First. Oh. We got a etherite. Can I see it from here? No. We got 2 etherite. 3. Oh, we're good. I can't guarantee it will be of help in these strange surrounds, but I've readied a provisions note in case of emergency. Of course, if you encounter any real danger here, I expect you to return to the Ragnarok at once. Ooh, I don't like that the text is doing that. A strange new world. We're fortunate this place can support life, albeit barely, I suspect, given the torpid, stale quality of the air. But never mind that. We must find Thancred. Let's begin our search from the prow of the ship. Seems as good a direction as any. Try not to stray too far, lest we lose sight of one another. Let's make sure all my gear is okay. It's all good, but I'll repair it anyway. Whoa, the sky looks insane. Creepy ring thing. Yeah, this used to be a planet for sure. Why are there still dragons, though? Excuse me, dragon, can you not, like, give Alphino a death stare like that? I need to get through there, and I'd really rather just not fight. Thank you for turning around. Ruins. But of what, I wonder? Perhaps we can find something to help us understand the nature of this place. A relic, an inscription, anything. The metallic pillar has been partially melted, likely sometime in the distant past. The damage does not appear to have been inflicted deliberately, rather it calls to mind the indiscriminate destruction often wrought in the heat of battle. Look here, this part's relatively intact. The intricate design of the top suggested is man-made, though its builders were surely not men as we conceive of them. Having said that, I swear I've seen this pattern before. It reminds me of the habitats on the moon. The ones that the Loperites made us. What do I have in here? Just a headpiece. I thought this hill might afford a better view of our surroundings. A poor decision in hindsight. Besides the light from the ship, all was shrouded in darkness. If Thancred's here, I'd never know it. From what I can tell, we're near the edge of an island, if you could call it that, surrounded by floating debris. Thank you for turning around. What do you think, Alphino? Were you able to find anything? Well, not really, but one of these buildings over here kind of looked like what was on the moon. As I fear, and still no sign of Thancred. There's nothing but emptiness as far as the eye can see, which unfortunately isn't very far. Though I can't help but suspect that someone or something is here. There are times when I sense it drawing close, and then a chill washes over me, leaving me exhausted. Leaving me with feelings of death and anguish. I felt it too when I was near that thing. The dragons. What are you talking about? There's nothing there. You guys don't see the dragon? Oh god. Am I high? Before we jump to any conclusions, perhaps we should search elsewhere. Agreed. We find only more questions when we are in desperate need of answers. There's a fair stretch of terrain from the ship's port side we've yet to explore. Let's try searching there then. Chrysanthemum, a word before we join the others. Do you see it too? Dragons are kinda your thing. If you can't see the dragons and I can, then that's not a very good, like, sign of your abilities as the Azure Dragoon. I'm just pointing it out. Man, now I've got the song Brave New World by Iron Maiden stuck in my head. My work has been playing like Christmas music and stuff already. It was playing it literally the day after Thanksgiving. But there's been one song that they play almost on repeat, like I hear it a couple times a day. And I swear the melody is exactly the same as Dream of Mirrors. You see them too, don't you? The dragons. As I thought, their presence is tenuous at best, but there's no mistaking it. No doubt your bond with Midgard-Sormer and mine with Nidhogg is what allows us to perceive them. Think so? Could these apparitions be related to the dragons that now live on Aetheris? Better to leave such conjecture to the others. In any case, we must be careful. We might soon find dragons they can see as well. Huh. Death and anguish. What happened to them, I wonder? Excuse me, little lesser dragon, little baby bitch. Excuse me. That's a neat looking aetheryte. I like that. Oh, hello. I feel like these are gonna be dragons that you guys can see. Give me just a second, I have to attune.
Dragons? Here?
Oh, now you guys can see. Yeah.
What you see is a memory of a world that once was. A world suffering
Why are you
a
up there?
slow death, whose denizens cried out for the release of oblivion.
What? Their world is dead?
It is. Not a single life remains upon that husk floating in the vast emptiness. These creatures are shadow and shade, perpetuated only to suffuse dynamis with their unending lamentations.
Our friend Thancred. Where is he?
A strange question. He is at your side, is he not?
No.
Oh, yes. He is here and there, and everywhere within this space. He would tell you himself if he had form to form words.
What? You're not just gonna off-screen kill Thancred.
Huh. Such loathing and uncertainty. You don't know why you still exist. In like manner to the oblivion I send. I tried to drown out your ether with dynamis. Beginning with this Thancred, who came at me despite being unable to breathe. Such a simple thing, unmaking men. In the blinking of an eye, he was gone. Didn't even have the chance to be transformed. Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind. What you call the heart? Or perhaps the soul? In his final moment, he cried out from it. A single word. Survive. That wish proved stronger than the despair that ruled here. It overpowered it, causing this space to be remade. Into a place you can perceive, and where life can endure. That you draw breath is proof that his soul lives on. For how long, however, remains to be seen.
Well then, we should hurry and tend to business.
Stygian doesn't play around. I respect that.
It's futile. You will never reach the true me. I told you, emotions dictate reality in this space. Such changes as you might work will not alter in its nature. You may see, but you cannot touch. Walk, but not advance.
Meteion holds too much sway here. How do we contend with a foe who can unmake us on a whim?
I'm here.
I do not know. But Thancred gave his life that we might come this
I
far.
don't believe
We
that.
must press on.
I don't believe that Thancred's gone.
Agreed. We cannot turn tail here. Not without something to show for our comrade's sacrifice.
You're not just gonna kill off one of the most, like, loved characters in the Scions? Off screen. I don't believe you. Give me... Regal Purple. More like Thank Dead. Got him. Hello? Please. Give me the next quest, please. LSA, please. LSA. Oh, okay, you're on J. Unburdened Wings. Why they got the Uwu W? Soul without body. A form of being with which we are not wholly unfamiliar. Indeed, for we existed in a similar state when residing in the first. The circumstances are rather more dire than that, 'tis true, but I choose to believe he is not forever lost to us. Do we gotta put his soul in a rock? Regardless, in sacrifice he hath afforded us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it, and ascertain the nature of this realm that we might confront and defeat Medion. Justinian, Chrysanthemum, would you accompany me in speaking with these dragons? Mayhap they can enlighten us. I would ask the rest of you to survey these surrounds. There's a path that may lead us to our quarry. We must find it. Pay attention to quest names from here on out. I see that they're all broken, and Unburdened Wings sounds like another lyric. It sounds like a lyric from Footfalls, maybe? Although, no, Unburdened Wings sounds like a lyric from Dragon Song. Very well. We can reconvene here when everyone is finished. Medion said these dragons are shadow and shade from a world whose denizens sought oblivion. As such, they're not like to be amenable to company, let alone conversation, so please be careful. Let's split up and gather what knowledge we may. Hello, dragon. A visitor, not of this star. Could thy slender hands bring plague to our world? Thy breath extinguish life's feeble flame. Oh, how we would adore thee. Alas. With time our flesh shall wither, our souls fade, and so we wait for its inexorable march unto oblivion. If thou art not come to hasten our demise, I bid thee leave us. We crave not companionship, only silence. Oh, that one. Beyond that distant veil, paradise lost. So glorious, so beautiful. We were a proud and noble race, strength embodied. We knew only love before they came. Metal monstrosities of black and silver. No bonds of blood did they share, nor conviction did they have to guide them. A crushing defeat. Never had we known such shame. Stilled now were the winds, though none could fill these wings burdened by ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. Where's the dragon? Which dragon? That dragon? I bet it's you. Yeah. Please. Yay. And thou wouldst bid me speak. Folly. I observed the lessons of stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor roar. Only watch and wait and end. But one sight yet stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentations. Amnol, the cradle of unsung dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight to describe such tragedy. Go, if that be thy will. I shall remain. Okay. Feel like I should tell everybody that I'm leaving, but I guess we'll just go. Justinian. Yeah, these eggs are probably all rotten and dead. And led you here as well, did they? Will you be streaming along today? I don't think so. I would imagine maybe another hour or so. I woke up later than I wanted to. I'm planning on streaming like little bits and pieces over the weekend and then trying to finish up on Monday. They led you here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes and proof of their end. I think I'm beginning to see why. It's a hatching ground. Or was. It seems similar on Aetheris. Midgard Sorma's kind must have lived and thrived in a place such as this. Vritra said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife. This, then, is the fate of those who remained. Let's have a look around. Maybe these eggs have more to tell of what happened here. Hello, egg. What do you have to say? Inside the shattered egg, you find the remains of an unborn dragon. The body has already begun to decompose. What do you mean already? The gelatinous, half-dried membrane covering the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. A murky liquid is pooled inside this eggshell. The noxious feeder is indicative of contamination. Gingerly lifting a large egg from the viscous mire, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Your stomach turns as you return the egg to its resting place. This egg appears to have been broken from the inside out. Perhaps the dragonette within succeeded in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. Give me one moment. I have been pinged. Never mind. If the dragonette was indeed hatched, there is no sign of it here. Or its sire, for that matter. We should look for them. You start with the cliff tops and I'll search the plains. No! I have to go around. I hate when the game minorly inconveniences me by not letting me jump over a tiny little hole. It happens so often. Hello, dragon. Oh! And a baby dragon. Oh, don't do that. Alright, fine. Only one left of your kind, and you're actually gonna choose to fight like a person who kills gods as a hobby. I understand that you're a child and you can't understand that I kill gods regularly and that you didn't stand a chance. But I mean, it's kind of the principle of the thing. You swung first. The boisterous howling hath been quieted. By thy hand, I presume. Everything all right? I thought I heard a dragon, or something resembling one. Yeah, there was a dragonette that wanted hands. Ah, I see what's happened here. Was that your child? Perhaps. Some eggs within Omnol are indeed mine. If life within one did quicken, the beast thou hast slain may be of my blood. Yet I do not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure. A testament to our shame. Explain. No. They descended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and rancor, we gave answer. 'Twas a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Wait, hold on. Are they talking about Omega? Is Omega the start of all of this? That would be crazy. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet when they looked upon their prize, they deemed it unfit for requisition. We were abandoned to our ruin. The survivors sought to put away their shame. I did not do all of the Omega raids, but I did do some of them. The survivors sought to put away their shame, to rebuild. Futile effort. In purest soil replete with ether did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren, and any eggs nurtured were in such desolation were fated to rot. You missed a really important cutscene? Oh no! What few survive to hatch emerge as abominations. We shall have no new progeny. But there are dragons among you capable of journeying to other stars. That there are. Many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won. They too were reduced to ash and waste. "'Tis the curse of those who seek life, to be drawn into conflict, to conquer or be conquered. A vicious cycle we now choose to break. We tire of conflict, of everything. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed, but there is another star. I don't want to go. They want only to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until time itself comes to an end. The sole reward for senseless bloodshed, a pain I understand and wish that I did not. What fools we were. But now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. Is it too late for me to get the cutscene? Or can I go do the Omega raids off stream, and then by the time I come back, I can get a cutscene? Because I feel like I pieced it all together already. You can do them off stream, yeah? Oh, is it a cutscene that happens in the Omega raids? Okay. I feel like I've already pieced it together, but I'll do those off stream, yeah. I still also need to do the Gaia raids. And the Ultima weapon raids. Or not the Ultima weapon, the Ruby weapon raids. Ultima Project, I think was what it was called? I can't remember. Were you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? Yeah, everything's bad, they got wiped out, and they're really sad about it. I see. They wish to escape what they perceive to be a cycle of conflict. Yeah, pretty much. The Omega Raids explain some things about Omega itself and someone else. Okay. Thank you, Chris, Justinian. As for our part, I believe we are far more acutely aware of our confines than before. We started by traveling the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off of it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There was no small bridge of debris floating about. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? I considered that, so I tried throwing a stone into a potential platform to judge its integrity. But it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundaries of this island, it vanished, only to reappear above me and fall at my feet. Would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside this space is as it appears. Which is why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked the Loperates to search for a potential path. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide conclusive data on the surrounding area. Until we know more, I think it too risky to attempt flying to another island. What Medion told us before, that emotions dictate here, or reality here, might be the key. I'm not entirely sure what emotion might manifest a bridge to lead us to safety. I feel like I'm a construction worker. Didn't work. So what you're saying is we've no way forward. At present, it is indeed emotion that governs this island. If it is indeed emotion that governs this island, perhaps it is not Medion's, but the dragons that holds us here. Gotta kill them all. They tire of conflict and have chosen a path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they've chosen no path at all, meaning there is no way for the dragons or anyone here on this island to advance. A sound theory, disheartening though it may be. If that is the case, what recourse do we have? They are not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built on a history of turmoil and strife. Without irrefutable proof, the future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. Mayhap persuasion is not the answer. Medion meant to unmake us then and there on the Ragnarok, and she would have succeeded if not for Thancred's determination. She conceded it was strong enough to overpower the despair that otherwise rules Ultima Thule, and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again in like manner, by overpowering the prevailing emotions.'Twas Ultima Thule's architect, Medion herself, against whom Thancred did pit himself in a clash of wills. Though I marked no leader among them as such, I did chance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most. Potent enough, mayhap, to dictate the course for others. And thus their domain, to follow. He spoke but few words, carefully chosen. Their tone and timbre alone threatened to rend my heart in twain. Challenging his desire, to remain may allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. Alas, I fear my vaunted rhetoric availed me not against his calcifying heart. But mayhap one of you will fare better. Then I shall guide thee. Alend, they call him, in the dragon tongue. Thou wilt find him nearby, eyes fixed upon the water. Right there. Well, what have we to lose? Let's get going. Is that not him? I guess not. I guess that's not the water that... It looks like when somebody spills gas at a gas station and then it rains. That's what it looks like. No. Bad. There you are. This might be voice acted. I think it is.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
Pulls out Nidhogg, jumps 100 feet in the air.
So, waiting to die like all the others, are you?
Aye, our pride is crushed and our souls corrupted. The winds are stilled and the heavens offer no comfort. There is nothing left for our kind. Our long lives a curse as we await the end. Still as stone we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the Expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Our kin, on another star. And yet upon thee do I smell the blood of my brethren. Were they drawn into discord and war on their new home?
They were. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
It mattereth not whither we fly. Ever will the sanguine ocean await us. Ever will retribution's wheel turn. And so, on the last of my pride as a dragon, I break free of this wheel. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it, to stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity. And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
Yes, Estinian.
Estinian!
Stay back.
He's oil farming. We tire of war. We tire of turmoil. Dignity tarnished, crimson stained. A misery, a shame, too much to bear. Release us from war, from life.
I see. Theirs is the emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
Honestly, if anything is going to overcome their, like, Estinian?
No, not Estinian too.
Hold on, wait. They might have been telling the truth when they said Thancred died. Hold on. Why did an ether current just blow at me? Goodbye, ether current.
There's a wind. He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did.
There's no way. I did.
Oh, Alphino.
Come.
I think
Let
I did.
us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
It had a weird distortion before. It was like, I know that I noticed a change, but once it changed, I like, I couldn't picture what it sounded like before. It was weird. Big light. Don't you do it. Thank you. Thank you for choosing to live. Up here now. Why are you like this? Look there, the wind. This is Estinian's doing, I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. Bacon bits, please get out of my face. A boing. Nope. A boing! A powerful gale has delivered you to another island. The other scions would arrive before long. You did it. Found a way forward for us. The dragons remain trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war. Yet Estinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. And he's still fighting Alphino, just like Thancred. Okay, I wasn't imagining it before. When you asked me about the music change, I thought I imagined it for a minute. I hear Dragon Song in the music. Still one of my favorite songs in all of 14. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here. Why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Alice is right. We must press on. For their sake. A test of wall. Roads paved, sacrifice. As Ishtola and Alice said, we must continue. Notice a change in our surroundings. Perhaps this is the memory of an altogether different world. It would be prudent to learn more of it then. Tread carefully, lest we lose our footing on this sand. Bunny Rock. Were not for the violet crystal embedded in its surface, would appear as ordinary stone. A curious script hath been etched upon them. Alas, it is not a language with which I am familiar. I can't say I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew the written word entirely. So we may assume this is the work of another race, one we've yet to encounter. Medeon claimed the dragon's world suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find... What life we find here, like as not, doth wend its way towards a similar end. What do you suppose that is over there? Morble. Oh, we're not looking at Morble. We're looking at maybe this. It just reminded me of that iCarly meme when Spencer comes up the elevator with an emu. What did you got there? The smoothie. I don't know why that cracked me up so hard. I'm not sure. It's hard to make out at this distance, but its surface seems to bear the same crystals as this monument. Meaning there's a chance we may find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look. Come on. Oh, man. That killed me. It's a fun fact for you, Ultima Thule is Latin and typically refers to a place beyond the known world or where no ships can sail. I was wondering what it meant. Because Urian J, or not Urian J, somebody had said it was a veritable Ultima Thule. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Hi, you look really friendly. I like you. Hail, travelers. This is a most unexpected occurrence. Oh, hello there. Is this your home? Indeed it is. Forgive me, I had forgotten. An exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting those with whom one is unacquainted. Excuse me. You're so cool. And the vibration of vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention. Ia, I believe, was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. Though it is not entirely applicable given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for nomenclature to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kofkodk. I'm going to call you Coffee. Yes, Coffee of the Ia. I've encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we're having this conversation via the medium of ether, or dynamis, as the space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating, in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive, then. That is well, for there is something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we Ia are ether-based life forms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are of comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, taste, touch, and smell. In total, I have prepared 198,712,180,827. That's rather a lot, isn't it? My apologies. I've omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we've rediscovered a need for the flesh, and have endeavored to create our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensations once experienced by our people, which may comprise our ability to interact with our physical environment. And the reason you need to regain corporeal forms? Why, to bring an end to our existence, of course. We need bodies to kill ourselves. Though need is perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through use of etheric exsanguinators, but such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. We would very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove prove useful. Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you into our home. Yes, the abode of the Aya, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume your consent to answer questions is indicative of a tacit approval of our plans, in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, to be mindful of the Aya wandering the desert. Our desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me. This is going rather smoothly. Not that I'm complaining, mind. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why a civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they've created. At any rate, we'll find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. These quests are going pretty quickly. I might actually be able to reach the end today. Although I imagine that the last few quests are probably going to take quite a while. I think with Endwalker we were getting to a point, or Shadowbringers, we were getting to a point where some quests were taking like half an hour plus. What are these? Oh, tiny little space mushrooms. They look kind of silly. Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers, you will find, remain idle in their domiciles, though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline structures, or constructs, hanging around the stone structures here. Oh. You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies? An astute question, and understandable given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If, in our idleness, we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. But while the others are not currently in a motile state, rest assured they would not object were you to disturb their respite. You need only cast your thoughts towards one of their crystalline domiciles to communicate. Curious. Let's go talk to some rocks. Hello? You cast your thoughts toward the crystalline domicile, but there's no response. You wish to speak? Very well, pray a moment if you would. Okay. Good talk. What is that? I feel like I found where Medion might be hiding. It reminds me of the Omega Spheres. Why we seek our end, you ask? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment, I must remember. What form did I last take when last I emerged? What's up with the funky spiders? I like them. Image moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. Yeah, I guess there's not a whole lot else to do. Why not have a little fun? You enjoy yourself in there. Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? No, not really. I see. If they fail to answer, then it's likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They are not concentrated ether now. Worry not, there are no others who have need of these lodgings, and they will not prove a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some few did answer your request for an audience, yes? I imagine they will be with us ere long. Yo! Ding. I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few A have awakened. Ah, there they are. May I introduce to you Lalak, Dudik, and Nenedg. Ladu Ne. It's been too long, Koth. I dare say Saturn IV has since completed an orbit. Indeed, until the travelers brought it to my attention, I hadn't noticed how unraveled some had become. Travelers? Ah, of course, of course. The ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is as plain to see as the neighboring systems, but my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific objectivity. Thus did I bid them awaken you. Am I the only one to struggle who struggles to tell who's speaking? Nay, thou art not. In the absence of corporeal forms and the divergence they afford, mayhap such similarity in voice is unavoidable. By the way, Koth, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travelers? That which one is expected to do when receiving guests, a matter of proper form. Ah, yes. So long as it had been, it had completely escaped my mind. And still does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Neither do I. Pity. I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives for the answer. Come now, Nay. The archives have long been frozen. Lest we subject ourselves to further dolor. Surely you recall that much. Ah, of course. Food. The custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their ether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. That's right, that's right. We duly invite you to join us in communal repast, after which we may engage in leisurely conversation. If we have a chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast to you on the purest ether. What is the purest ether? I'm a little bit worried. You learned Shadowed Vigil. Which one's Shadowed Vigil? Hold on. Something must have changed here. Shadowed Vigil grants Vigilant. Restores HP when HP falls below 50% or upon the effect duration expiration. Oh. It's a mitt with a heal at the end. That's pretty cool. This facility is where we replenish our ether. There is no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the word restaurant. Now then, if you would take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with purest ether. Please absorb as much as you like. Ah, yes, let's stand in the weird ritual circle. With the people that have already claimed that they wish to take bodies. You brace yourself for a rush of sweet, sweet ether, but nothing seems to happen. Perhaps you need to wait a while longer. You brace yourself again, but again, nothing seems to happen. Just as I had suspected, as meticulously as one might recreate the Ea's homeworld, this is Ultima Thule. One cannot simply generate ether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of the recreated Amarat. However appearances may seem, we must ever be mindful that this is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. So, did you have your fill of ether? Alas, we couldn't absorb it, a deficiency in our forms, it would seem. Oh, very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your ether? I eat a burger. Through your mouth, you say? How very primitive and quaint. Come on. Why won't you open? My M&Ms won't open. To think that their mouths serve not only to expel sound, but draw in sustenance besides. Sorry, I'm sure that that last part there was pretty loud, but I got my M&Ms open. Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems. Hey, Azarek, how you doing, bud? Welcome on in. Let me do a quick little... How have you been lately? Though we regrettably could not partake of your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. Doing good relaxing before I go to work later today? Hell yeah. Hope work goes well for you. In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we cannot fail but wonder, wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh, and thence to vanish? Will you not favor us with an explanation? Your flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm. However, very well, we shall indulge you. In the beginning, when the Ea yet possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believed we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. I have to actively stop myself from saying in the Beninging every single time. From the tangible, such as land, to the intangible, such as labor, there exist myriad hindrances to progress, but the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was distressingly middling, you see. Too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of the flesh. Thus changed, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We went on to make ever greater strides in our quest to transcend all limitations, until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came into being, and explain all extant phenomena, and thence predict the future. If we could but achieve this, we believed that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. Oh, good luck. And did you find the answers you sought? No. Oh. Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you. No, we mustn't. Primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms. Their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, is it not our duty to warn them? What thinkest thou? We've deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know it, we will disclose to you the truth we discovered, the truth of the universe. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the abode, a place called Elegia. I bet it's literally just like, the purpose of life is to die. A fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led such an enlightened people to this indolent end. Where knowledge leads. Ere we join the Ia, there's one trifling matter I would fain investigate. Chrysanthemum, Graha, might I trouble you for your assistance? But of course. Uh-oh. He was just saying my thanks, basically. I know not what mischief you're plotting, Urion J, but I trust you have our best interests at heart. The rest of us shall go on ahead to Elegia. Lest you worry, we won't start without you. Uh-oh, those ones look spooky. Drifting AS. Hey, you're not a spider anymore. Those guys were spiders before. I guess maybe there's a few different versions of the Luminions. There's an other one and another one. Aye, this place shall serve. Is it the spring that you wish to investigate? Pray forgive me, my friends, but there is naught to investigate. 'Twas but a pretense to speak in private. Okay. You have our undivided attention. As we've established, here in Ultima Thule, those denizens of rude stars are recreated in their twilight days. Yet one question doth arise in my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacra, they believe themselves yet amongst the living. How dost those suppose this is possible? I don't know. A lot of the people in Amarat thought so as well. Medion has taken their hearts unto herself, made contact with them while they still lived. Oh, shit. Medion made contact with them while they still lived. Oh, 100% she did. She would have had to. Yo, Scarlet Mage, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How you doing? I hope you're well. Looks like you were playing some Okami. Yo, hell yeah. I haven't thought or heard about Okami in a long time. That is a classic. Well, for everybody coming in, my name is Black Cat, or Zach, whichever you prefer. I'm not too picky. I mostly do Dungeons & Dragons and Final Fantasy over here. That's usually my main thing. I got D&D campaigns on Mondays and Tuesdays, and Final Fantasy just kind of throughout the week. I am in Endwalker right now, close to wrapping it up. I am very excited. Hey, thank you for the follow, Acacia. I appreciate it. Looks like that actually just pushed me over my follower goal. Hell yeah, I appreciate it. They're making a sequel next year, so I want to finish the first one. Ooh, I had heard something about a sequel, but I never looked too far into it. That sounds like a real good time, though. God, that game was like... It was such a cool use of everything on the Wii. I don't remember much of the story, I just remember it being a really cool game. But yeah, I appreciate y'all coming in. If you got a raid and run, no worries, gotta take care of yourself first. And for anybody who plans on sticking around, I greatly appreciate you. I'm not too sure how much longer I'm going to be streaming. And also, if any of you know Final Fantasy, I have a distinct feeling that I'm about to be kicked in the dick emotionally. So, tends to be the vibe lately. Endwalker hurts. Of course, she must have visited the stars of the dragons and the Aya before either race perished in their entirety. Thus, could she make their emotions her own, and with them create more faithful simulacra than had she relied on any historical account. So too did I theorize, and upon that assumption, consider how those two races may have met their demise. According to thine own tale, Medion perceiveth the emotions of those nearby as her own. A heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as an Endwalker. In the course of her starfaring journey, she encountered beings who strongly desired a cessation to their existence. She would be powerless before that desire. Medion wants us to kill her? No. Dude, Medion is so sad a character. Even as she possesseth the power to grant it, the power of Dynamis. 'Tis my supposition that, Overwhelmed by their longing for death, Medeon did unleash Dynamis and ushered the dragons and Aya into their own doom. Of course, such was not always the outcome. Full many sorrows did she find already lost to ruin. In order to create a terminus, however, the fervent desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find the way forward, pray ask yourselves this: in the place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Why do you tell us this now? Ne'er again would I betray your trust. This pledge I did make to my comrades, and in bringing thee into my confidence, I would remain true to my word. You have betrayed our trust many times, Urianger, but I forgive you. As for thee, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harbored for the Crystal Exarch. I once placed my faith in thy chosen path, walking at thy side, full knowing that we were bound for thy demise. I ask now that thou returnest the favor, and abide in faith as I fulfill my own destiny. No. If you say my debt has come due, how am I to refuse? Urianger, no! 'Tis indelicate of me. I know full well, and I can but beg thy forgiveness. And even if I must needs go to such lengths, I cannot well feign ignorance of the answer I have found within. The answer to the question: in what moment might I stand strongest? So he's the next one who's gonna sacrifice. After all that we've been through, I will say only this. Do what you must. Do what you must and see your conviction through. I shall, my friend. I shall. Don't wait. Without further ado then, let us go to join our comrades. But you didn't even get to kiss Thancred on the lips. You deserve that. Let us be off too. To Elegia. If anybody deserves all of the fan shippings, it's him. Did I attune over here? I did not yet. I'll attune on the way. For anybody who came in with a raid, possibly, and does not know much about Final Fantasy, but decided to stick around anyway, we are at the end of a, I believe, like 10-year-long journey through like 5 different expansions. We've known for a very long time that there were things from before our existence that were trying to like bring about our end, and I'm like 90% sure that they are right there. It seems everyone's accounted for. Shall we then? The fact that we've had everyone with us for this entire time too.
Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not. We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world.
We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
Why do you do that?
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated.
Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter into an eternal ice age.
Yeah, so the only purpose to live is to die.
In hopes of
There's no
proving
stopping
that
it.
this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it.
Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost. No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir.
Now the question is that going to be brought about by Medion, or is that natural?
Pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators. Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls. Though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture.
Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish.
If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure, It is the only way.
We can stop the eternal winter by building a lot of campfires. What do you think about that?
So that's your story. While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Yeah.
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Aristotle is such a bad bitch. I love her.
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught, but I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all.
But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you.
They're crashing out hard.
We will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
Oh, they're crashing out hard.
Keep calm
Wait.
and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it. Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back.
Oh, you're so right. I'm so incredibly
But you
powerful.
mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic.
Oh.
We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on, and do not look back.
So, get there to the end, and then... Wait. Yurion J.
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Riange.
Wait.
My resolve hath
You don't
never
have
been
to
as
do
strong as
that.
thine.
Hold on.
Full oft
Wait.
have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality. Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
So I've got to be able to bring them back in the end, using Asm's magic. But God, it sucks that they're gone already. Just like that. Just poof. Oh, I don't like it.
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
I'm gonna beat you up.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There.
God, her eyes are so empty.
That's where you'll find me.
Oh, not where I thought we were, or what? You're pointing at the big rock?
Another star.
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn. Alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Atheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
This is gonna be bad, dude. This is gonna be real bad. What's the name of the next quest? Victory Lost. Alright. So it did. It's getting more instruments. Or it's getting more upbeat. I am gonna go ahead and wrap up stream here. And I am going to be finishing Endwalker. Either over the weekend or on Monday. I thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for any raiders who stuck around. Partially during that cutscene on my other monitor, I had been trying to find somebody for me to throw a raid out to, and I have found what appears to be a Shadowbringers MSQ sprout that I'm going to throw a raid out to. We are going to be raiding into Bittersweet Bun, who is currently doing some role quests for Shadowbringers. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and things are getting rough. Have a good one, everybody. Yeet.